Hello once again and welcome to my talk for this week. I'm not sharing this for any other reason than I hope it will be helpful. There are times when matters of Christian living are very much just at the intellectual level, and at others when they are what might be called the gut level. Realities come crashing in and make us think about the truths of what we believe and how we can hang on to them. I know that many of us are dealing with aging or sick relatives, and day rolls into day without any sense of relief. In my case, as I've mentioned before, it's my mother who has been taken away by dementia. She lives in a half world between reality and delusion. Her dislike of the home she's in is palpable whenever I speak to her. Yesterday, my dad found her engaged with a conversation with a man outside her window, planning her escape. There was no one there, but she was convinced there was. The pressure on my dad is huge. He's allowed to visit twice a day, but as COVID bites once more in the UK, how long will that last? They both face the loneliness of separation after over 60 years together, and there is little I can do to help. This leads to all kinds of personal questioning, promises made and broken. Back in 1998, I told them, "We're only going to Canada for 3 years, then we'll be back. You'll hardly notice we've gone." Now, nearly 20 years later, having sought to follow God's path, there is the nagging question of, did I hear the right call? How much selfishness was there on my part? Then there's the approach of the second anniversary of Janet's death. I've been greatly blessed since then and have nothing to complain about. But in my mind, as those dark days return into my head, I keep flashing back to the literal dying of that light. I know that all is well, but deep feelings burst forth like steaming vapor jets from the depth of my being, scorching as they come. I am well aware that for many of us there are similar issues and much bigger ones. I'm sharing this not for you to feel sorry for me, but to acknowledge the difficulties we all face or will likely face. And yet, there is God. The question from Job comes back into my mind as God responds to him. Job has questioned God, and God says, "Where were you when I created the heavens and the earth?" I'm able to say with Job that God knows, but I'm also with him when I complain and protest out of an innate knowledge that these things, dementia, death, and all the other horrors, were not intended to be. I protest because I'm seeking for a why, and there's no easy answer to that question. In the midst of all the noise and confusion, however, there is a truth. As we suffer, God suffers. Yes, we see the suffering Jesus on the cross in the battle to defeat evil in the world. But this is not a one-off event. Christ on the cross is the visible sign for the whole of creation of the God who constantly suffers with us in all our distress. As I battle with my present thoughts and feelings, I am able to tap into the strength of the God who suffers in order to find sustenance for this part of the journey to wholeness and healing. Once again, thank you for being here today. God bless and stay safe.